Today I want to talk about the wife's story, and specifically how the author was able to use the language of the discipline in order to bring about some of the effects that you experienced in reading the wife's story. Specifically the effect of suspense and surprise. So from the beginning of the wife's story, we know that we have this character who is a wife, and we know that she introduces the other character who she calls her husband and good father. This is diction. Diction is word choice, and that's a language of the discipline of English, specifically of reading and reading short stories. She uses the words father and husband in order to put into the reader's mind, your mind, who she's talking about, and she doesn't want you to think that we're talking about a wolf at this point. She wants you to think that we're talking about a man. And she wants you to continue thinking that. So she uses some other words like children was babies between lines 20 and 30. And when she says that, when you think children and when you think babies, you think humans. If you were talking about a wolf, you might think about a kit or a pup. But she's not doing that. She's using those words to keep you in suspense that we're talking about humans. She uses father and fathers, talking about her husband's father. She also says kin, K-I-N. Kin is your family. When you think of kin, you think of humans. You usually don't think of animals. And then she says the dark of the moon. She does that purposefully. She's messing with the time of day. So these are all diction decisions that she's making in crafting the story, which obviously makes you think something. She also does it in first person, and that's another language of the discipline. By putting this in first person from the perspective of the wife, she's able to leave out some details and include others that would be in the point of view of the wife, or in this case, the female wolf. She also, instead of using the word mate, uses husband. Back this evening, at the top of page 5, when she says back this evening, she's using the setting here, which again is a language of the discipline, in order to trick the reader into thinking still that we're talking about people and not about animals. The smells that are on you. When you see that, that's a sensory detail, which is a language of the discipline. And when you get that sensory detail, you think alcohol, or he's been with another woman, or something like that. So you still think that it's a man instead of a wolf, when in fact what it really is the smell of him having actually been a human being, turning from a wolf into a man. When we get to the climax, she says, my baby, describing her youngest cub. Using the word baby is definitely another part of the diction that is affecting the suspense that we have. And then the suspense is lifted when the climax happens at the bottom of page 6 into the top of page 7. Climax is also one of these languages of a language of the discipline. So is the word suspense. Okay? So all of this plays into understanding this story at a deeper level. Because you know some of this language of the discipline, you're going to be able to understand it and read it better. I hope that helps you to understand language of the discipline by applying it to the wife's story.